Stella Fubara, the director of Dubai Tourism Africa in the building. Stella, nice to have you on Mediaroomhub TV.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be here.
Now, I'm Stella. You've been a lot of stuff lately with African celebrities, and somehow you've been able to bring Dubai, like you reinvented Dubai in everybody's mind. So how does it feel like? It's like you love what you do for a living. So can you just give us tips about
Um,
how you go about
I'd
this?
actually like to talk about your first statement, which is what was the beauty of my job. But yes, I have been in travel and tourism for over 20 years. Started out as an accountant, actually, then went to Walt Disney World, Wyndham, Bacchanal, and then Dubai Tourism. But that just shows you the passion I have for the industry. Now, you referenced the ability to have used the girls' trip to reinvent Dubai in the minds of Africans. And it's actually the girls that did that themselves. You were one of them.
Yeah.
There were six of you. And based on the chemistry and and the fact that you guys are just so down to earth and just determined to just have fun and relax, you carried the population with you with your posts, both on social media, Facebook, Instagram. I think you guys did the work. It was fantastic chemistry.
Yeah. Okay, as the director of Dubai Tourism, how is it like to be saddled with the responsibility of ensuring Dubai becomes the world's biggest tourist destination?
It's not that difficult because Dubai supports you in your job. They give you all the tools that you need. All they needed was someone to execute and come up with the creativity and the resources to create the awareness for Africa. It's a natural for me to be doing this in my continent, Africa, because I have an affinity for the culture, no matter the country. I have an affinity for developing resources and relationships, and so it's actually an awesome job for me. I think it's just like a perfect fit.
Now, the vision is to make Dubai's tourism industry the global center of attraction. What would you say needs fixing in the sector in order to make this goal feasible?
You know what? They're well on their way to making it happen. They have such a long-term vision. At any point in time, their vision strategy is 5 years ahead of the current year. And so they're doing everything um, as much as consulting markets where they wish to grow. So, for instance, in Africa, they're taking time to find out what do Africans like to do when they travel? What do they like to do in different resources? What are the things that would make an African happy in Dubai? And so they're very, very well on their way to making this a great destination.
So now, obviously, Stella is a very busy woman, very busy. So how do you relax when you're not busy? What do you do for me time?
Well, I love music.
Lately, there was this trip that showed the industry, especially the entertainment industry, was everywhere. And what was the aim behind it? The Dubai is, I think, hashtag Dubai Girls Trip.
Well, we have been trying to create awareness about traveling to Dubai for the Africans. And we realized that women love to travel and they are mostly the decision makers. And women love to travel together. Even within their countries, they travel for weddings together, they travel for funerals together, they travel for birthdays together. So we thought, how much more fun would it be for a bunch of women to come to Dubai and showcase it through their eyes to the public? Now, of course, in order to do that, these women had to have some certain amount of following in social media. And so, through a random but chemical process, six ladies were selected, you included.
And thank you for inviting me to Dubai. I had a blast. I had a swell time.
We were surprised, my colleagues and I. We had not expected this trip to be so much fun. We watching Dubai through your eyes was phenomenal. It was exciting for us. I've laughed at the videos 20 times over. The pictures, the chemistry. You guys took things that we see every day and you made so much fun out of it. And it just encourages people. When you travel on vacation, live a little and relax. Just do things like a child would, and that's the best way to have a vacation.
Yeah, okay. But you guys have plans to also, I mean, it's gonna be like an annual thing, or what this trip thing, like taking celebrities down to Dubai?
Well, given the amount of awareness and mail and response that this trip has generated, I can only at this time say never. Um, it would be unwise for us not to capitalize on something that has started with such a huge momentum. So yes, I say let's look to the future and see what we're going to do.
Okay, now this same visit Dubai trip, is it restricted to like celebrities alone, or do you have plans to look at the corporate sectors in the future?
The corporate sector is a little bit different. It's not so much about awareness. It's about what corporate or business activities are taking place in the country. And so, as long as Dubai wishes to attract more business or corporate travelers, we have to do things a little bit different. It's a different audience. They look at different publications. They listen to different programs. They attend different events. And so we need to be able to compare the events that we have in Dubai to what the corporate travelers here usually travel for and see if we can meet their needs. So it's a totally different audience and a different approach in order to attract them to come to Dubai.
Okay, okay. What other package does Dubai tourism has for the African market?
Well, I mean, we do leisure packages just for vacation. We do business packages for the corporate traveler, for events, for sports, also for school trips. That's becoming a massive area for us. We also do for, I mentioned sports, school trips. We do for religious, not just Muslim, but even Christians come to Dubai. There are churches in Dubai that worship just like we do everywhere else in the world. So for every reason that you would wish to travel, there's a reason to be in Dubai. Cruises. We have a huge cruise port. You can cruise from Dubai, a 3, a 4, a 7-day cruise. So we've covered it all in order to make Dubai that #1 destination in the world.
Okay. So having worked with quite a number of top establishments across the world, including Disney World,
.com, yes.
and
And Wyndham Vacation.
hotels and resorts, among others, which do you consider your most challenging role and why?
Oh, by far, it's well, you know what? At first, I thought that was an easy question. I was going to say by far it was Dubai tourism, but Walt Disney World in itself was a challenge because it was the first time I was leaving my educated background, which is finance and accounting, to go into the entertainment and tourism and travel industry. So it was really exciting. I had to learn a whole different language. I had to look at things not just from my right brain, but also my left brain. So I think that Walt Disney World was my biggest challenge and actually set the stage for me to go full-fledged into tourism.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about what. Now let's know what makes this woman relax when you're not busy. How do you spend your me time?
Music. Music is the answer. Okay, no, seriously. I travel with a Bose speaker everywhere. In my hotel room, I have to have music. In my ears, sitting in the car, I have to have music.
I love dancing too.
I can't dance. I wish I could. If anyone would like to volunteer to teach me, please hop on board.
So you've not tried shaku shaku?
Are you kidding me? I would look like a penguin. Never. But I love watching people dance. And then I'm also very, very, very addicted to crime shows. So crime scene investigator. Yeah. I mean, NYPD. I mean, I can watch crime shows all day long, and I can watch Nat Geo all day long.
You also read books?
I used to be such an avid reader, but somewhere along the line I kind of lost it. The challenge is once I pick up a book, I have to finish it. So if I pick it up too late in the day, I am reading it until the next morning. So it kind of got in the way. But yes, I do love to read.
Right. I mean, what kind of books did you enjoy reading them, and who was
Crime.
the favorite?
Oh, actually,
Did
no,
you
I
read
know.
James Hadley Chase? That was
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But I'm heavy into historical romance, and the other extreme is crime scene novels.
okay. As a career woman, what's your take on feminism?
I am not a feminist, at least not in the way that the world defines it today. I believe that every gender has their role. I'm a woman. I do not wish to be a man. I wish for a man not to treat me like the weaker sex, but the sex that needs to be taken care of more. It doesn't
Soft
imply that
man
I'm
and
weaker. Yes,
yeah.
it just implies that you treasure me a little bit more. I have no desire to do the things that a man has to do. I don't feel like paying bills. I'll help if I have to. And I'll help because I want to, but not because I'm trying to measure up to being a man. So my advice to the young ladies is calm down. I mean, it's okay if he holds your door open for you. How does that hurt you? It's okay if he pays the bills. I mean, if you're taking her out on a date, yes, you're going to pay. Did she ask you out on a date? I mean, we need to get back to what our roles truly were, and quit trying to compete. And I take this out of the career context to mean when the roles are doing different things, you compensate them differently. Now, in the workplace, if the role is doing the exact same thing, then you compensate us equally. But outside and in the home, the roles are different and are supposed to be different. By nature, women are more nurturing, you know. By nature, men are more physical
Protective.
and protective. And, you know, we should let that be.
Okay. Now, what are your guilty pleasures?
Let's see. That sounds really sinful. Um, Ice cream? Oh my God, no. My major guilty pleasure is affogato. If you don't know what affogato is, Google it. And anytime I'm in your country, if you're watching this, if you offer me affogato, you come sit right beside me. That's my guilty pleasure.
So now lately there's this cry out there. I mean, every day on the social media, you just hear things about domestic violence, and it's getting out of control. Even the rape thing is becoming. I mean, it's becoming. Women are becoming bold to come out and say, "Oh, I was raped by this man," and tell their story. What do you have to say about that? Do you think um, it's time women should be able to have a voice to say, I mean, if you have a rape case or somebody has raped you, come out and say it. What do you have to say about that?
It's unfortunate that in
Because
society, the stigma,
yeah, the
yes,
stigma,
the
yeah.
stigma and the shame around rape is what forces women to keep quiet. The thought that you might be blamed for having been raped because you wore a short dress or your bra was showing, has kept women from being vocal about it. And you know, my mom is a psychologist, psychiatrist. I'm sorry, social worker, and we ask her a lot about this. And she told us one thing. She goes, you know, it's not that it's new; it's been going on forever. But women never felt comfortable speaking about it. They never had anyone to defend them, anyone to talk to about it. It appears to be becoming more rampant because now we are free to talk about it and seek help. And if you are a woman out there and you are experiencing domestic violence, there are phone numbers, there are help groups, even amongst your friends. If you have the right friends, there are ways to get help. You don't need to keep quiet about it.
Now, for you, who is a complete woman?
Funny you should ask that question. Someone on Facebook stated that she doesn't like the cliche that something about I need someone to complete me, I'm a complete woman. And I said I beg to differ. You are a content woman, but I don't believe anybody is complete. This is why you say two heads are better than one. The idea that you think of might be better or complement the idea that I think of. So was I complete before your idea came along? Absolutely not. I don't believe anybody is complete. I believe that completion, and I am a Christian, a saved Christian, comes when you get to heaven. But here on earth, no single person on their own is complete. You are content, but It could be another person that completes you. It could be something different that completes you depending on the situation. It doesn't have to be one person. I'm not talking about a husband or a brother or a sister or work. Today, right now, my job is completing me. It makes me feel good. I get exactly. Tomorrow, it could be my kids completing me. It is not a statement of weakness to say that you're not complete. It is a statement that puts you in the right frame of mind to continue growing. Because if you think you are complete right now as you are, where are you going to? What else is there? There's nothing else. You're complete as it is. So don't you dare chase another contract. Don't you dare cook another meal. Don't you dare try to improve yourself, because guess what? You're already complete. I don't buy that. You're not complete now. You are constantly striving to be a better you. But what you are and should be is content.
Now, you're a mother, you're a wife, and you're also a career woman. So how do you balance? And you have a very busy schedule. So how do you balance, you know, these different parts of your life?
I have awesome children. I can talk about my children till the cows come home. They're grown. They're very independent. They're very caring, very, very supportive. They've always been very supportive. And they take their roles in my life. They're very, very proud of me, too. So they do a lot to see me get to the next stage. They try not to give me any heartaches. So my kids are no stress whatsoever. Now, relationships, I mean, come on, men and women, opposites attract. Yeah, we go up and up and down. But as long as you always remember, no matter what happens, I love this person. And you go to bed. He has a saying that when you argue with someone, always leave room for good morning.
Yeah.
Because when you don't do that, that's when it's, scatters. And then with work, yeah, my children, they realize, yes, mommy has to travel. Sometimes they get to go with me. We stay in touch. I mean, social media is great. FaceTime, WhatsApp, and the rest of it. So the technology today has made it easier to juggle our lifestyles.
Yes, Stella, I know you're a jeans woman, so I'm seeing you yesterday. I'm trying to, and I think you look very beautiful in this outfit. So, will you like tilt from your jeans to
You know,
dresses?
you're reading my mind, because you've asked me a bunch of questions this evening, and I'm like, whoa, 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 wait. I'll tell you what. After jeans, I'm telling you, Ankara seems to be my next love. It's comfortable, it's elegant, you can dress it up, you can dress it down, it's unique, you can do styles. Of course, it's always customized, but Africa has a major gold mine in this Ankara material. It's lightweight, I mean, it's easy to maintain. So, those of you who are into Ankara and the stoning stuff, you have a willing customer.
Now, I think my last question for the day. Apart from Dubai, where else in the world would you love to like work, live? If you
Okay. Where else would I like to work or live? You know what? I'm not being funny here now, but truly, Dubai. After Dubai, I'm not so sure where I can work. Um, Apart from my home country, Nigeria, which would be the necessity, I doubt I could go back to America. The lifestyle is so different. Dubai is a spoiled lifestyle. Security wise, pampering wise. I love working and living there, but should I have to leave, yeah, I'm coming back to the motherland.
Stella, thanks for coming to the. Thank you for coming on air. It was a great pleasure talking to you, and at least I learned one or two things. I mean, you somehow, apart from the trip, you made Dubai. Like Dubai now lives in my head, in my mind, and So, I wish you all the best, and thank you for once again for coming to the TV.
Azuka, thank you so much for having me. Thank you for going on the trip.
Yeah.
I know that you were contacted and rushed, and you and I had never really met, and
Yeah.
you did it, and you did it with such an open, free, happy spirit. You guys are the success story of that trip. What Dubai just provided the venue.
Yeah, it's so memorable, and I'm still relishing on the trip. So, guys, come to Dubai. Dubai is heaven. Honestly, I'm not trying to, not because I went there on this trip. I've been there before, too, but it's heaven.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Stella.
much.